Well, good morning. Hey, it's the morning of January 5th. Yesterday was Independence Day, and this rain event, we're over 5 inches of rain right now. And we're just going to focus on the diagonal flow because this is the area that I've done the most work on. So things are different from the last time we had a flowing rain event. Anyway, we're starting here at the fence up here, which is my neighbor's property, and they have a pond that does not hold water at all. It has to fill up before any water can flow onto my property, but once it fills up, when the rain stops, it keeps letting the water out, and I can actually have a seasonal creek flow through here. I think it's been a couple of years, but we probably had it flow for like 6 weeks through here. Anyway, so it comes out, hits this little pocket pond I built just to trap some water, kind of sediment pond, infiltrate the water into the ground, and then we're gonna flow out this way. This is a sheep sacrifice area. There's not much good grass in here, but we'll try to fix that. I'm not happy with the results of it, but got this other pocket pond that I dug out. I'm probably going to fill it in, make it not so big because it takes up a big percentage of the real estate in this little paddock. And then what's new that I've never been able to film flowing, and we're going to see it together and catch the mistakes and stuff. But well, I can see the first mistake. If you see that flow right there, that's where the water always flowed when it left this little pocket pond. And we're going to walk where I created a new leg to try to get it going a completely different direction, take it into higher ground on my land, kind of get some better infiltration. But anyway, it's a nice gentle flow. Got a rock liner to stop the erosion, and then here is where right over here is where it decides to flow out, so I have to come back and put a berm across this whole side here, which will be easy enough to do. Just need to let it dry out a little bit. I'm not sure what caused this, I guess, and I'm wondering if this hadn't clogged up, if it would have kept on going and like it dammed itself and pushed it to the left. But either way, I'll get that fixed. Anyway, let's go to the other side so we can keep walking through the flow. And while we're going, I'll show you my manure pond, which my goal has been for it to catch 4 inches of water without overflowing. And this is, if you go up this way, water just gushes through this little alleyway here. You can see a lot of erosion there. Haven't dealt with that yet, but it's all water from where the sacrifice area for the horses, so it's got a lot of manure in it, and I didn't want to just run it off the property. So I started at one size and built it bigger, and when I built it bigger, dug it deeper, I felt like I could hold a 4-inch rain event. And you can see here we're at 5 inches, and no sign of it overflowing yet. So we're going to call that a success. Let's get back up into this line over here. This pipe is only 6 feet in the ground, and I built a key dam around it. I dug a horseshoe trench around here, filled it full of clay, and compacted it. So as the water is seeping underground down here, it actually creates an underground pond here that I can pump the water out. It's pretty cool. Anyway, even though it's dammed up over there, we still have flow. Let me get the other side so we can see the before and after. Okay, so as you can see, the water was exiting at that gate over there. Now it's coming all the way this way, filling up this pocket pond. And then this was actually a turn for me. I actually built this so it would fill in here and then it could turn gradually. So I think you can see the outline there. We'll go over there, see what we can see. Yeah, it's definitely flowing out. So we're catching it here, so now it's going to hit this little road and travel all the way down here. Originally it would have just ended up here, straight shot, so that's a lot more water infiltration. So that's pretty cool. And that's as far as I went with it, because I wanted to see a flow event and see where the water went, and then kind of work on phase 3. But let's go look at Lake Timmy, because it's going to intersect the water flowing from it. We need to see where it goes. These are my waffles, my pecan tree waffles. And then Lake Timmy hadn't overflowed yet, and there was a real concern that the dam may topple over when it does. We'll take a look at it, see how we did. And I don't know if we're even overflowing at this point. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to fix this. All right, look at the headspace over there. There's nothing. So by the time it flows out of here, it's going to be flowing out of there, and that's going to be a big mess. So I'm going to get the skid steer, cut a foot out right here. See how it tapers in? I'm just going to have to cut a foot out right here. And I did it once, and I thought I did enough, but I didn't bring survey equipment out here. But definitely have to fix that for sure. Now this isn't as big of a risk because this isn't on the flow like we just saw. There's not a water flow like a seasonal creek or anything. This is literally just roof catchment area. You know, water going down in there. And then we need to go look at my waffles over here. Let me just walk around the fence and I'll get back with you. Okay, I'm on the other side of the fence. Now the overflow does slope down, which means the water kind of hitting in this area that flows into it is not going into the pond. It's coming this way, and it's feeding my waffles. These are little rectangles I got cut out. After this one, I had put mulch in it to kind of help with mosquitoes and just to build some topsoil and stuff. But at each overflow of each waffle, I planted a pecan tree. But man, I only had one of them leaf out. It's kind of sad. They're not dead yet, and I'm hoping they'll come out from the roots to send a new one. I would have to graft it, although I've had no luck grafting. But yeah, I don't know what happened here. When I bought the trees, like 4 or 5 days, I had to go pick them up in West Texas, and I ordered them, and then the weather thing came in saying we're going to have like a 14 or 15 degree night, and that was going to be like on a Wednesday. So I called them, told them I'd pick them up on Friday, figuring they'd keep the trees safe. They were bare root, keep them safe for the from the weather. Anyway, I went down there, and it was just in a big shed with a big open door that looked like the door didn't even close. So they may have suffered at their place, I don't know. But here's the one that did leaf out, and it's pretty cool. You can also see all the green grass. This isn't our first rain event by any means. Before this event, everything was pretty much full. Not these pocket ponds that are not designed to hold the water, just to soak it in, but the actual ponds have pretty much been full. Anyway, we're getting to an intersection point. As you can see down there on the little road, you can see the water overflowing, and then we've got this one here. And I mean, it's looking like it's not really ever going to overflow, but that's why I wanted to see it after a rain, because we're going to have, anticipated a water flow here and then the water flow out down there, all merging together. And then what do we do from there? And where I'm at here, rather than taking the water down to there, I can take it this way. And in all actuality, if I build a final pond, it's going to be down in this area to catch both of the flows. We'll walk down there real quick. All right, so we're getting into this flow over here. There's a culvert going across this little road, and I took my skid steer and dug a big hole here just to catch water. So it's full. I love how thick this grass is. I mean, it's July 4th, July 5th. I mean, it's summertime. I don't think we ever, you know, generally after Memorial Day, we don't expect any rain until Labor Day, you know, so we got May, get rain in May, June, and then none again until September. Anyway, this shows a little culvert coming out over here. And I think I wallowed this out a little bit, probably just stealing some dirt for another project. And it continues on, but this whole water flow misses that pond, which has its own water flow coming down. So I think about where I'm standing is where the pond should be. Somewhere in this area, if I do another pond, it'll be in this area, and I'll probably kill that pond, because I was looking at it, I think I can get this stream to divert over this way. But then you got to think of how much water do you need to go into the pond. You know, if I've got two flows going in, is it just going to overflow quicker and faster, if that makes sense? So these are some just things I'm thinking about. Anyway, I'm going to kill this video. I'm going to go to my next video will be this other pond system. I mean, the only thing different is I added a new sediment pond and lined it with rocks and make sure the rocks didn't get thrown over from this vent, because this flow will be a hard flow compared to the one we just walked. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.